Hello. In this session, we're going to look at how to configure multi-factor authentication in StarTeam server. In a previous session, we showed how to configure the single sign-on authentication in StarTeam server. So we're basically going to build upon that for enabling multi-factor authentication. Now, the first thing to understand is that for enabling multi-factor authentication, you'd have to install Micro Focus's Advanced Authentication Server. Now, the installation itself is not part of this session, so we assume that you've already installed and the Advanced Authentication Server is up and running. First thing you'd have to do is to log on to the Advanced Authentication Server's admin page using the administrator account that is provided. Next, click on repositories. Now, this is where you configure your LDAP repository with the Advanced Authentication Server so that the AA server can administer and validate the user credentials. Here, choose the LDAP type of your LDAP repository. In our case, it's Active Directory, so it's AD. Put in the base DN, enter the LDAP user, the administrator user which you would like to use. Put in the password and add your LDAP hostname and port. Then click on save, and then you're done with it. So in this case, we've already configured it, so we're just going to click on cancel. Next, the most important thing to do is to add an endpoint. So we're going to call it MFA. Click on is enabled, is trusted, click on save. So what this is going to do, it's going to pop up a new endpoint ID and secret. Now you would have to copy this down into Notepad or copy down the endpoint ID and secret so that we'll be using this in our StarTeam server administration configuration of MFA. So this is the first thing that we have to do. Now click on OK. So now the endpoint has been created successfully. Now for this demo, we're going to show how to use email OTP as the second factor. So to do that, click on Policies to configure the mail sender. In this case, we have configured it to point to the SMTP server that we are using, and to the port of the SMTP server, the sender's email. So this is the email from which the OTP is going to purportedly come from. Then if you're using TLS or SSL, you'd have to enable those. You can also choose to click on test message to verify if these configurations are valid. Once done, click on save. So another thing which you would have to do for email OTP is to go to the methods tab, and in here you'll have various settings for the email OTP code. Like you can define how long the OTP code is valid, the format of the OTP code, whether it's 4 digits, 6 digits or more, what subject you want in your email, and how you want the body of your email to look like. Once you're done with your save changes, click on save. So you can also see that there are plenty of second factor methods that are provided by Advanced Authentication Server. So We're not going to discuss all of these, but you can look at the advanced authentication documentation and try to use any of the other methods if you're interested in it. So next, go back to our server administration tool, and here we want to enable the multi-factor authentication. First thing we have to do is to provide our advanced authentication server's host name followed by API/v1. So this is the base URL for advanced authentication server. Next, enter the advanced authentication server username, administrator username, and password. And next, we have to enter the endpoint ID and secret, which we just copied from the advanced authentication server. Next, enter the repository name of the LDAP repository that you configured. Click on OK to save these changes. So now you would require that you would have to restart the server, StarTeam server, and the StarTeam web service for the multi-factor authentication to take effect. Now, before you do that, it's important that we import the certificate of advanced authentication server into our key store, which is used by OSP. So for that, you got to go and go to your browser and try to export the certificate. So in this case, we're just using a self-signed certificate, but ideally, we would want the customers to use a certificate authority issued certificate. So now give a name for the certificate which is going to be exported and click on finish. So you can see that the export completed successfully. Now go to a command line and you would have to import this. You have to import this certificate. So you would have to use the key tool, put in your key store password. So in this case, I've already imported it, so it's going to say that it's already exists. So I've imported the certificate to my key store. Once that's done, now I can go and restart the StarTeam server and StarTeam web service. Now, once the StarTeam server has been restarted and the web service also has been restarted, click on test settings to verify that the provider settings are valid. With that done, we can now go ahead and check if this works fine. So go to your client, a 17.1 plus client, and try to log on to a server which has multi-factor enabled. So this is going to pop up a page which is first going to request your LDAP credentials. Now once that is done, it would, if this is valid, it's going to redirect you to a page requesting for one-time authentication code or OTP. So this is going to be sent to your email address. So you can see that we have received our email and the OTP code is 319331. So enter the OTP code in here. This is going to, so now you have successfully used the second factor to log in into StarTeam server. So now you have a now that you have enabled MFA, you can also, if you're using a card reader for authentication, you would have to use this checkbox has to be enabled, and event has to be, the advanced authentication event has to be put in here. So you can also use like SMS to get your code from in your mobile phone instead of email. But basically, this is the workflow of the second factor authentication. That is the end of the video. Thanks for listening.